Welcome, little spark, to this place of rest and transformation. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, you will be gently guided through the great alchemical teaching, the idea that the universe and the self are made of the same substance, governed by the same laws, and both capable of the same transformation. You do not need to remember any of it. You do not need to take notes or stay awake or follow every word. Your subconscious intelligence is already listening. It understands things the waking mind has not yet caught up to. So let go. Let your body grow heavy and your thoughts grow soft. The work does not require your effort. It only requires your presence. Allow yourself to be transformed. Chapter 1. The Invocation. Tonight, we study the source of all alchemy. The words carved upon emerald, written before memory, before history, before the very first human hand reached toward the stars and wondered why. As your mind clears, the world aligns. And so we begin. Let your body settle now, wherever you are. Feel the weight of the day release from your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. You do not need to carry anything into this moment. This moment asks nothing of you except your presence, your breath, and your willingness to listen. Chapter 2. The Legend of the Stone. There is a story older than most stories. It does not begin with a king or a war or a great city rising from the dust. It begins with silence, with a cave, with light glinting off something green. Long before the pyramids were raised, long before the philosophers of Greece gathered in their marble halls to debate the nature of the cosmos, there existed a body of wisdom so complete, so total, so perfectly distilled that it was said to have come not from any single human mind, but from a higher intelligence entirely. This wisdom was said to have been given to a man, or perhaps the man was more than a man. His name was Hermes Trismegistus. In the Greek tradition, he was the god Hermes. In the Egyptian tradition, he was Thoth, the ibis-headed scribe of the gods, the keeper of celestial records, the one who weighed the souls of the dead against the feather of truth. Trismegistus means thrice great. He was called this because it was said he was the greatest philosopher, the greatest priest, and the greatest king who had ever lived, all in a single being. Whether he was a god, a man, or a memory of something in between, no one can say for certain. But the writings attributed to him, the Hermetic texts, have endured for thousands of years, copied in secret, whispered across centuries, hidden in libraries that would later burn. And at the heart of all of it was one document. Smaller than you might imagine, shorter than a single page. The Emerald Tablet. Some say it was not written at all, not on paper or papyrus, but carved directly into a great slab of emerald or green crystal or vitrified glass, so ancient it had turned the color of a forest seen through morning mist. Some say it was discovered in a cave beneath the desert, placed in the hands of a mummified figure who would not decay, who sat upright in the dark, waiting for someone worthy enough to find it. One version of the legend holds that it was Sarah, the wife of Abraham, who first found it. She was exploring the caves of the wilderness when she came upon a body in the dark, still and pale and ancient, clutching a green tablet to its chest. Another legend says it was Alexander the Great, sweeping across the known world in his great campaign of conquest, who stumbled upon the cave in the hills of Hebron. His scholars translated the tablet and carried it back to Greece, where its ideas would quietly reshape Western thought for the next 2,000 years. Still another story says it was Apollonius of Tyana, a mystic philosopher who lived in the 1st century, who descended into a vault beneath a statue of Hermes and found the tablet resting there, undisturbed, waiting. It does not matter which story is true. Perhaps all of them are. Perhaps none of them are. Perhaps the emerald tablet was never carved into stone at all, but was always a living thing, written in the patterns of the stars, waiting for the right eyes to read it. What matters is what it says, and what it says is this: the universe is not chaos. The universe is not random. The universe is not indifferent to you. The universe follows a pattern, and that pattern is knowable, and once you know it, you hold in your hands the key to everything. The emerald tablet is a map, not a map of roads or territories or rivers, but a map of the mind, a map of reality itself. And tonight, we are going to read it together, slowly, gently, one line at a time. We are going to let each line settle into you, like water settling into sand, going deeper and deeper until it reaches something still and quiet at your center. But first, I want you to do something. I want you to imagine your mind as it is right now. Maybe it feels like heavy mist, gray and thick and close, hard to see through, hard to breathe in. The thoughts of the day still drifting there, conversations, worries, things undone, things said or unsaid, the small persistent weight of being a person in the world. Now imagine, somewhere in that mist, a light begins. Not a harsh light. Not a light that startles or demands. A slow light, the color of green stone, ancient and certain, vibrant and soft at the same time. It moves through the fog like a warm hand parting curtains. It does not fight the mist. It simply shines, and wherever it touches, the mist grows thinner. This is the emerald of Hermes. This is the light we will work with tonight. Let it move gently through whatever is crowding your mind, and trust that by the time we finish, something in you will be clearer. The emerald tablet was first translated into Latin in the 12th century from an Arabic source that was itself translated from something older and now lost. It passed through the hands of medieval alchemists who guarded it carefully, studying it in their candlelit laboratories, convinced it contained the instructions for transforming base metal into gold. And it did, but not in the way they thought. or at least not only in the way they thought. The alchemy described in the Emerald Tablet is an inner alchemy. The transformation it describes is a transformation of the self. The base metal is not lead. The base metal is the unrefined, unexamined, cluttered human mind. And the gold it promises is not wealth. The gold is clarity. The gold is presence. The gold is the deep, luminous, unshakable peace of a mind that understands its own nature. This is what we are here to find tonight. Not in some distant future, not after years of study or practice. Right now, in this quiet, in this stillness, in the space between one breath and the next. Chapter 3. The line-by-line meditation. And so we open the tablet. We read it slowly. We let each line breathe. We do not rush, because rushing is the opposite of what this text teaches. The Emerald Tablet has 13 lines, 13 keys, 13 doorways into a single room of perfect understanding. Take a slow breath in. Let it out even slower. We begin. Line 1. It is true without falsehood, certain and most true. These are the first words, not a teaching yet, but a promise. A hand placed on your shoulder before the lesson begins. The tablet opens by asking for your trust. It says, what follows is not poetry, not metaphor, not the speculation of a human mind reaching toward what it cannot know. What follows is certain, what follows is true. In your own life, in this moment, there are things you know with certainty. The feeling of your breath in your lungs, the weight of your body against the surface beneath you, the simple fact that you are here. Let that certainty be your anchor tonight. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to be present to what is real. Line 2. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. This is perhaps the most famous line in all of Western esotericism. You have likely heard it in its shortened form, as above, so below. But let us take it slowly, let it unfold. What is above the cosmos, the stars, the great wheeling patterns of the universe, the laws that govern the movement of planets, the collapse of stars, the slow expansion of space itself? What is below you? This room, this breath, the small and specific fact of your existence in this particular body on this particular night. The tablet is saying that these two things, the infinite and the intimate, are not separate. They are mirrors of each other. The patterns that govern the universe are the same patterns that govern the mind. The forces that move the stars are the same forces that move through you. This is not a metaphor. Or rather, It is a metaphor that is also literally true. The iron in your blood was forged in the heart of a star that exploded billions of years before the Earth existed. The water in your body has been circulating through clouds and oceans and rain and rivers since long before the first living cell. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are the cosmos, temporarily arranged into the shape of a person. As your inner world becomes peaceful, your outer world responds. As you clear the fog inside, the world outside grows sharper, more navigable, more kind. Your inner peace creates your outer reality. This is the first great teaching. Let it settle. Line 3. And as all things were produced by the meditation of one, so all things are produced from this one thing by adaptation. All things come from one. This is the second key. Let it breathe. Before the universe was divided into light and dark, matter and energy, space and time, there was only the one thing, not a void, not an emptiness, but a fullness so total it had not yet become anything in particular. Everything that exists is an expression of that original unity. Every star and stone and thought and feeling is the one thing in a different arrangement, wearing a different face. Your mind tonight is full of many things, thoughts, worries, plans, memories, the residue of the day. But underneath all of that multiplicity, underneath all of that noise, there is a stillness, a unity, a place where all your thoughts and feelings share the same root, the same ground, the same source. Release the complexity of the day. Return to the simple truth of being. You do not need to resolve every question or untangle every thread tonight. You only need to find that single quiet point of origin that everything else grows from. It is there. It has always been there. It is waiting for you now. Line 4. Its father is the sun, its mother the moon. The wind hath carried it in its belly, its nurse is the earth. We will return to the sun and the moon later, because they deserve their own meditation. But for now, hold this image gently. The thing being described here, the one thing, the primal substance of reality, has parents and a nurse and a means of travel. It is not cold or mechanical, it is alive, it is cared for. It moves through the world like a child held in the arms of the wind itself. You too were carried. You were carried by forces larger than yourself into the life you now inhabit. The specific arrangement of atoms that became you was set in motion long before your first breath. You are not an accident. You are not random. You are the product of forces so ancient and so vast that your mind cannot hold them all at once and does not need to. Rest in that. Let yourself be held by it, the way the wind holds what it carries gently and purposefully and without effort. Line 5. It is the Father of all perfection throughout the universe. There is a perfection at the root of things, not the perfection of flawlessness, not the cold perfection of a machine with no room for error, but the perfection of a universe that contains exactly what it needs to contain in order to be itself. The oak tree is a perfect expression of what an oak tree is. The river is a perfect expression of what a river does. The moment you are in right now is a perfect expression of this particular instant in time. You, in this moment, are also a perfect expression. Not because you have no areas to grow or change, but because you are precisely what you are, and what you are has its own rightness, its own belonging, its own place in the pattern. Let that truth be a kind of rest tonight. Not an excuse to stop growing, but a permission to stop straining. You are already part of the great perfection. You do not need to earn your place in it. Line 6. Its power is integrating if it be turned into earth. This line speaks to the act of grounding. The integrating of power happens when the energy of the higher realms is brought down, embodied, made real in the physical world. Ideas that stay in the mind remain weightless and uncommitted. But when they touch the earth, when they are lived and breathed and enacted in the body, they become integrated. They become whole. Tonight, the teachings of the tablet are not meant to float above you. They are meant to sink in. They are meant to become part of you, the way water becomes part of the earth it soaks into. Gently detach your thoughts from their urgency. Let them simply be, like objects resting on a table, present but not demanding, and allow the quiet truths we are exploring to settle down, down, down into the earth of your body, into the ground of your being. Line 7. Separate the earth from the fire, the subtle from the gross, gently and with great ingenuity. Here the tablet speaks of discernment, of the gentle art of knowing what is what. Earth is the heavy, the fixed, the dense. Fire is the light, the transformative, the moving. In your inner life, earth is the body, the routine, the known. Fire is thought, emotion, inspiration, the restless energy of the mind that is always reaching, always questioning, always wanting to move. The tablet asks you to hold both, but to know which is which. Not to confuse the rushing of your thoughts with the ground of your being, not to mistake the fire for the earth. Tonight, gently detach your thoughts from your emotions. They are not the same thing, even when they feel inseparable. Your thoughts about a feeling are not the feeling itself. Your feelings about a thought are not the thought itself. You can acknowledge both without being consumed by either. This is the great ingenuity the tablet speaks of. Not a clever trick, but a deep and practiced wisdom, the ability to be in the fire without forgetting that you are also earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the weight of your body. That is your earth. and let the thoughts drift like smoke, visible but weightless. That is your fire. You contain both, and between them, in the space where they meet but do not merge, that is where clarity lives. Line 8. It ascends from the earth to heaven and descends again to the earth and receives the power of the superiors and of the inferiors. This is the great cycle. The movement that the tablet says is at the heart of all things, up and down, in and out, the rhythm of breathing, the rhythm of seasons, the rhythm of waking and sleeping, which you are moving toward now. Energy rises, thoughts arise. Inspiration comes from somewhere above the ordinary and touches down in the mind like lightning finding the earth. And then it descends again. The inspiration becomes action. The action becomes habit. The habit becomes character. The vision becomes the lived life. You are always somewhere in this cycle. Tonight, you are descending. You are moving from the activity of the day, from the heights of thought and effort and engagement, downward into the quiet depths of rest. Let this descent be graceful. Let it be intentional. You are not falling, you are returning. You are bringing back with you everything you gathered today, and you are letting it settle, finding its place in you, enriching the ground of your being. Line 9. By this means you will have the glory of the whole world. Therefore all obscurity will flee before you. This is the promise of the tablet. Not wealth, not power, not the admiration of other people, the glory of the whole world. What does that mean? It means the capacity to see clearly, to look at the world as it actually is, without the distortion of fear or desire, or the endless noise of an unquiet mind. When the inner fog clears, the outer world becomes luminous. The same street you have walked 100 times becomes extraordinary. The same face you have known for years becomes newly visible. The same ordinary Tuesday afternoon becomes a doorway into something profound. All obscurity will flee before you. The confusion and the cloudiness and the sense of not quite knowing what is real or what matters, all of that dissolves when the mind is still and clear and truly present. This is what we are working toward tonight. Not sleep as escape, but sleep as transformation, rest as a kind of alchemy. The foggy mind entering, the clear mind emerging, renewed and ready. Line 10. This is the strength of all strength, for it overcomes all subtle things and penetrates all solid things. The one thing, the clear and luminous awareness at the center of all existence, is the strongest force there is. Not because it destroys or dominates, but because it is in everything. It has nowhere to stop. There is no wall it cannot pass through, because it is also on the other side of every wall. Your own awareness, quiet, present, uncomplicated, is the same kind of force. It can penetrate the densest confusion. It can move through the thickest fear, not by fighting, but by being so perfectly itself that resistance loses its grip. Tonight, let your awareness simply rest in itself, not grasping at anything, not pushing anything away, just being. The way water simply is water, the way light simply is light. That stillness is not weakness. That stillness is the strength of all strength. Line 11. So the world was created. 3 words in some translations. The whole of cosmology compressed into a breath. The universe came into being through this process, through the differentiation of the above and the below, through the creative tension between fire and earth, between the subtle and the gross, through the great ascent and descent of energy through all the levels of being. And tonight, in your own small and magnificent way, you too are engaged in creation, not of planets or stars, but of your inner life, the quality of your thoughts, the character of your rest, the person you will be when you wake. The process of falling into sleep is itself a kind of creation. Each night, you release the day and are remade by the dark. Each morning, you rise from the depths carrying something new, a dream, a thought, a readiness you didn't have the night before. So the world was created. And so you are continuously created night after night in the quiet laboratory of sleep. Line 12. Hence will wondrous adaptations be achieved, of which the means is here. The Emerald Tablet does not claim to teach everything. It claims to teach the means, the method, the process by which the practitioner can adapt themselves to the great work of becoming more whole, more clear, more fully themselves. Wondrous adaptations, not miraculous transformations that arrive from outside like lightning, but slow and marvelous changes that emerge from within, from practice, from returning again and again to the teachings, from letting each encounter deepen the one before it. You are here. You have the means. What wondrous adaptations might quietly be taking place within you even now, as you breathe and soften and let the ancient words settle into your depths. Line 13. Therefore am I called Hermes Trismegistus, having the 3 parts of the philosophy of the whole world. That which I have said of the operation of the sun is accomplished, and here, at the end, the voice of the tablet reveals itself. Hermes. Thrice great. Philosopher, priest, king. The 3 parts of the philosophy of the whole world. Some say this refers to alchemy, astrology, and theurgy. The transformation of matter, the reading of the heavens, and the practice of divine work in the world. Others say the 3 parts are simply the 3 great mysteries. What is the universe made of? How does it change? And what is the role of the human being within it? You have now moved through all 13 lines, all 13 keys. Let them rest inside you now, not as concepts to be analyzed or understood, but as seeds placed in the soil of your resting mind, beginning already to put down roots in the dark. Chapter 4. The Solar Father and the Lunar Mother. The sun is its father. Throughout the history of human thought, across every culture and tradition, the sun has stood for consciousness, clarity, the active and illuminating principle. The sun is what makes things visible. The sun is what drives transformation, because without its warmth, nothing grows, nothing changes, nothing becomes something new. In your own inner life, your solar energy is your awareness, your attention, your capacity to see things clearly. When you are feeling your best, most focused, and most alive, that is your solar self. Tonight, that solar energy has done its work. It has illuminated the day. It has driven your actions and your thoughts and your interactions with the world. It has carried you to this moment, and now it rests. Even the sun sets. Even the greatest light must yield to the dark, not in defeat, but in wisdom, because without darkness there is no rest. And without rest, even the brightest light grows dim. The moon is its mother. The moon does not generate its own light. It receives the light of the sun and reflects it back, softly transformed, made gentle. The moon governs tides and cycles and the slow rhythms of the interior life. The moon is the keeper of dreams. In your own inner life, your lunar energy is your intuition, your receptivity, your capacity to receive what comes to you without forcing or grasping. The moon is patience. The moon is the wisdom that comes in the night hours, when the analytical mind has stepped aside and the deeper knowing can surface. Tonight, you are entering lunar time, the time of receiving, of dreaming, of letting the unconscious do its quiet and necessary work. Your mind is a clear mirror. This is your first affirmation for tonight. A mirror does not add anything to what it reflects. It does not distort or enhance or diminish. It simply shows things as they are, perfectly, completely, without judgment. Your mind, in its deepest and most natural state, is exactly this: clear, accurate, still. Whatever covers that clarity, the agitation, the noise, the residue of the day, is not the mirror itself. It is only clouds passing in front of something that remains perfectly unchanged beneath them. As you rest tonight, let the clouds pass. They always do. They always have. And the mirror is always there, waiting, unchanged, clear. I am the master of my own transmutation. This is your second affirmation. Let it sink in slowly. Transmutation is the alchemical word for deep change. Not surface change, not the kind of change that comes from rearranging circumstances or forcing new behaviors, but the kind of change that begins in the center and radiates outward, the way warmth radiates from a fire. You are the author of your own inner life. You are the one who decides in each moment what to give your attention to, what to let go of, what to carry forward, and what to set down. This is a tremendous power, and it is entirely yours. Tonight, you are choosing to transmute the heaviness of the day into the gold of rest. You are choosing to let go of what no longer serves this hour. You are choosing clarity over confusion, stillness over noise, the deep knowing of the body over the restless striving of the mind. This is alchemy. This is the great work, and you are doing it right now. The wisdom of the ages flows through my rest. Your third affirmation. Breathe it in. When we sleep, we do not disappear. We descend into the deeper layers of ourselves, the layers that have been accumulating experience and wisdom since long before we were born. The unconscious mind processes the day, organizes the new alongside the known, makes connections that the waking mind could not see. And somewhere deeper still, below even the unconscious, below the individual self, there is the great ocean of human experience, the collective wisdom of every mind that has ever wondered at the stars and reached toward understanding. This is what the Hermetic tradition calls the anima mundi, the soul of the world, the repository of all that has been known and felt and understood by every conscious being who has ever lived. Tonight, as you sleep, you are not alone. You are swimming in that ocean. The wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus is there. The insight of the alchemists who pored over the tablet by candlelight is there. The prayers and meditations of people across every century who sought, as you seek now, to understand what is real and to live more fully within it. All of it is there, flowing through you, enriching your rest. You do not need to do anything to access this. You only need to be still, to let go, to trust the dark. Chapter 5. The Infinite Light. And now we approach the end of our time together. The voice does not need to hurry. You do not need to hurry. There is nowhere to go from here except deeper into the peace that has been gathering around you throughout this meditation. The emerald light that began as a faint glow in the fog of your mind has, by now, spread through you. Not dramatically, not with a flash or a rush. Quietly, the way morning spreads across the sky before the sun actually appears, a gradual brightening that you almost don't notice until suddenly the dark is simply less dark, and then less dark still. And then you realize the whole sky is luminous. That is how clarity arrives, not all at once, but steadily, reliably, whenever we create the conditions for it. The tablet has been read. All 13 lines, all 13 doorways. Behind those doorways is not another set of questions or another labyrinth to navigate. Behind those doorways is a single room, vast, still, lit by a light that has no source because it comes from everywhere. In that room, there is no above and below, because both are the same. There is no fire and earth because both have found their right relationship. There is no father sun and mother moon because both have completed their work and are resting. In that room, there is only the one thing, the clear, original, unchanging awareness that is the ground of everything, the truth without falsehood, the certain and most true. You hold the tablet in your heart now, not as a set of ideas to be remembered or explained, but as a living presence, a pattern of light moving quietly through you, aligning things that were out of alignment, clarifying things that were murky, softening things that were hard. Its truth is your truth. This is not a metaphor. The same intelligence that arranged the stars and sculpted the mountains and wrote its laws into the very fabric of space-time is the same intelligence that is, right now, keeping your heart beating and your lungs breathing and your mind resting in this extraordinary peace. You are not separate from the source. You have never been separate from the source. Whatever made you feel separate, the noise, the fear, the endless forward lean of ordinary life, was never the truth. The truth is this stillness, this belonging, this quiet certainty. Sleep now in the light of the one thing. Let the green light move through your thoughts like a slow river, carrying away whatever is not needed tonight. Let it move through your body, the tight places and the heavy places, releasing and releasing and releasing. Let it move through your dreams, making them clear and vivid and generous, full of the kind of knowing that the waking mind sometimes misses. And let it move through the dark hours between dreams, the deep and undreaming sleep that is its own form of return, its own version of the cave where the tablet rests in the arms of something ancient and beyond time. You have done something tonight, something quiet and real. You sat with one of the oldest texts in Western civilization, and you let it speak to you not as history or philosophy, but as instruction. As a living teaching, still true, still certain, still reaching across the centuries to lay a hand on your shoulder and say, "Here, look here, this is what is real." You are the inheritor of a tradition that stretches back beyond recorded time, a tradition of people who looked at the world and refused to believe it was without meaning, who looked at the stars and saw not random fire, but a language, who looked inside themselves and found not chaos but structure, not noise but, underneath the noise, a profound and ancient silence. That silence is yours. It always has been. Tonight, you have found your way back to it. There is one last thing, the tablet says, one last truth to carry with you into the dark. The operation of the sun is accomplished. The work of light is done. The illuminating, the discerning, the dividing of subtle from gross and above from below, all of it has been done. The day has been lived. The tablet has been read. What remains now is the work of the moon, the quiet, receptive, dreaming work, the work that happens in the body, not the mind, the work of restoration, of integration, of becoming, overnight, more fully what you already are. Let your eyes grow heavy now if they are not already. Let your breath grow slow and even, like the breath of someone who has set down a great weight and is finally, truly resting. You are safe. You are held. The same force that moves the stars is moving through you. The same wisdom that was carved into emerald before the first city rose from the earth is alive in you. The fog has cleared. The mirror is clean. The gold is yours. Sleep now. Sleep well. Sleep in the deep, green, ancient light of the one thing. Verum sine Mendacio, certum et verissimum. True, without falsehood, certain, and most true.